All right, this is our harmonic minor scale. So to write our harmonic minor scale, we have 3 steps that we need to follow. The first step, we need to write the major scale. And you can see that I've already done that here with our C major scale and our E major scale. And I've figured those out using tone, tone, semitone. Really important that we don't rush the major scale, so we make sure we have the right sharps and flats. Otherwise, our harmonic minor scale is going to be incorrect. After I've written the major scale, my next step is I need to write what we call scale degree numbers. And that's simply with our major scale, I'm going to number each of the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and regardless of the note or the tonic that the scale starts on, the numbers will always be in the same order for our major scale. So I've got my scale degree numbers written. After I've done that, I then need to apply the formula. Now for each of our scales, we have a formula to apply that turns the major scale into a different kind of scale. So for our harmonic minor scale, our formula is flat 3, flat 6. Now when we talk about flat 3 or flat 6 or flat something, we're talking about the action of flattening a note. So not necessarily putting a flat sign in front of it, we're talking about that action of flattening or lowering the note by 1 semitone or 1 step on our keyboard. So I'm going to draw myself a keyboard because as much as I like to think we can do this in our heads, it's always best to check. Even I still use a keyboard sometimes to check that I'm flattening correctly. So I'm going to apply my formula. My first step is flat 3. So I'm going to look at my third note here in my C major scale, which is an E. Now I need to flatten that. So here's my E on the keyboard. To flatten, we're going to lower it by 1 semitone or 1 step. So I'm going to move 1 note to the left, which takes me here. Now this note could be E flat or D sharp. If I'm confused about which one I need to write, I'm going to go back to my original third note of the scale, and I can see that's E. So I can't change the letter of the note. It needs to be E something, E sharp, E natural, E flat. In this case, for this note here, it's going to be E flat. So I am going to add in a flat sign before that E. So I've now got C, D, E flat. The second part of this formula is a flat 6. So again, I find my 6th note, which in this case is an A over here on my keyboard. If I want to flatten that, I'm lowering it by a semitone. So I need to go down 1 step to the left on my keyboard. This key could be an A flat or a G sharp. So again, I'm going to look back to the original 6th note, which is an A. So I know it has to be A something. I can't change it to be G sharp. It has to be A something. So in this case, it will be A flat. And now I have my C harmonic minor scale. So C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B, C. We do one more, and I might change colours for this. With our E major scale, if I want to turn this into E harmonic minor, I'm going to draw myself another keyboard here just because it's getting a little bit messy. So I've already put my scale degree numbers on my E major scale, and I know that I've got the sharps right there because I followed tone, tone, semitone. I need to first flatten my third. So my third note is a G sharp, which is right here on our keyboard. Now when I flatten something, I'm not just going to put a flat sign in front of it. I need to look at where it sits on the keyboard and lower it by 1 semitone. So that takes me to this note here, which is, of course, a G. If I go back over here to my original note, it says G sharp. I need to make this a regular G, a G natural. So I'm actually going to erase that sharp And my eraser's a bit big, so it's going to erase this whole thing. So now I've got a G natural. If I was to put a flat sign here, that would mean I've actually taken my G sharp down 2 steps. So it wouldn't be flattening. It would be taking it down an entire tone. So we can't just put a flat in front of the note and hope it's going to be correct. We've got to make sure we look at that keyboard. So we've done the flat third. Let's do the flat 6. My 6th note is a C sharp, which is this note here on my keyboard. If I'm going to flatten it or take it down 1 step, it goes to a C. So again, I'm just going to erase that sharp sign. So now I've got my E harmonic minor scale. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D sharp, and E.